Katy Perry. So, just got back from Katy Perry, as you saw. It was a very fun show. It was a little bit better than I expected. It's kind of a spectacle, but that's like kind of what the pop shows are, you know, like this huge production entertainment value. And I think there's 3 reasons why I went and why I like to go to those kinds of shows. One is because I actually really love some of Katy Perry's songs, like her 2010 album Teenage Dream that had the 5 #1 hits in a row. That album, the first half of it is amazing. The rest of it's okay, but I absolutely love those songs and that writing by like Max Martin and Dr. Luke. And then the second reason is because I think it helps me think of ways to maybe not do what she does necessarily with all the costumes and the crazy effects and all that kind of stuff, but just interesting ways of playing live or like getting your stage presence quotient up. Like, how do you become better performers in stage presence? And then the third one is, how do the drummers, because last night was Tony Royster Jr., who's like one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet, and I had no idea until like the day of, like a couple hours ago, you know. I was just like, what, he's playing? And it's just interesting to see how those kinds of guys, even the guy that played for Carly Rae Jepsen, who I haven't really looked up yet, but I'm sure is also another great player, how those guys fit into the context of a pop song, because they don't necessarily need to be there, you know, which is sad but true. Sad but true. It's Metallica. But because, I mean, it's all backing music and backing tracks. You know, most of the drum patterns and stuff, I mean, I'm sure they trigger some stuff, but some loops and stuff like that, but it's just, they don't necessarily need to be there. But why are they there? I think they're there for 2 reasons. One, because it gives the illusion that Katy Perry's playing in a band and doing this band thing and is authentically playing, which she isn't, but I think it really helps people be like, oh, there's people playing instruments. This is a real deal. And I think the second thing is, which is what I really think it is more about, is that it adds this whole nother level of excitement, because you're seeing these live people play along to this music, and because that's really what they're doing, is they're playing along with music, and you're seeing them accent and make things exciting by like doing like little hits and sprinkles. Like Tony Royster Jr. killed it because he was grooving most of the time. I would probably say about 90% of the time, and then he was doing some really sick fills that weren't too crazy. You know, he had one section in the show where he went berserk, but you know, most of the fills were just like standard, just like 16th note triplet, kind of gospel chops vibe fills around the set, doing hits on cymbals. But the thing that was more interesting was the beats. He would be doing hi-hat accent patterns And he had like a little like stack trash that he would be accenting different things on. So that was more in my mind. It's like, oh, that's how he's doing this. Like a guy like Tony Royster Jr. What he does is he accents different parts of the beat on the hi-hat. So he's not really doing anything much, but he's just adding the spice. Same with the guy that was playing for Carly Rae Jepsen. It was more like gospel chops, like doing 3/2 and different things that, they weren't hard, but they just definitely spiced up the music. So fun experience. I loved it. Now I'm going to bed. Peace.